from the capital of Tennessee and of country music for any of you fans out there, welcome to Nashville. We're at Nissan Stadium. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And away we go from Nashville. Here's Bryce Oliver. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out, the #1 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
We talk all the time, Kate, of the NFL at times being a copycat league, and there's no question the success of Penix and Bo Nix and Jane Daniels and all of their experience they brought to the NFL game was attractive to Tennessee, taking Cam Ward 1-1. This guy has been there and done it and seen it all at the college level. Now he's got to bring that experience and watch it flourish in the NFL.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Again, a run to Pollard. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Right back to Pollard. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run. And if these guys are not careful, he's going to run this opening drive right into the end zone.
Yeah, I think we're seeing and feeling an offensive front and a running back who've come ready to play. This defense, they may want to buckle their chin straps a bit.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They give to Pollard from the gun. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Ward off the play fake. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Defense sent him packing back to their own side last play. Time to build on that with 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Ward. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
On 3rd and long, it's Ward. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
Punt coming now from the Titans on this 4th down. On comes Johnny Hekker. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out to one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? The former #3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Darnold off the play action. Finds Cup once more. And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for 3rd and very short.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Gonna keep this one and go. And he's gonna be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the 1st down.
Offense off to a good start, Brock. Here's a 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory. Give up the gut to Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
He was taken down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. From the gun, Darnold. Finds him over the middle. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's another Seahawks first down. 24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Seahawks.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Walker on 1st down. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Toss play. This is Walker. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started. Titans
in the dime. 3rd down. 6 DBs out there. Smith and Jigba going in motion right. Throwing is Darnold on third down. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
9 yards.
It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first points of this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Walker off his own read. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's second down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. To throw, here's Darnold. Pulled in by Arroyo on the right side. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Here's Darnold. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Seahawks drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Titans, nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Oliver with the return. Shoots away from one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So Tennessee headed out for its second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Ward. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. So they'll get to scheme about this third down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. 7-0 is our score. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. He's running for it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Another punch brings Johnny Hecker back to the field. Seahawks with Torrey Horton back deep to return this. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. By turning them against their own team, or quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
30-yard line.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
This is Walker on second. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
A gain of 12.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. One back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Play fake, Darnold. Finds him on the crossing route. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
That's caught. Here's that Charbonnet. Not a lot available to him. It's still a 38. Sent down by Cody Barton.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. In the hands of Horton, complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Walker now from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll go with Walker on the counter. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Donald with it on 3rd and short. Short pass brought in. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and goal, Seattle.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Charbonnet is in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14.
Titans, nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
To kick off for Seattle.
Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. He's got Ridley here on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Well, they're going to throw out of the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Johnny Hecker on that a punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Complete to Walker on the check down. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down, Seattle.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. That's dropped underneath. Walker. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. The Seahawks looking to add to their advantage. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. And again, it's Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Brought in by Arroyo in the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Arroyo. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Titans' 26-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looks like someone from the Seahawks got on top of it, and they'll get it back. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. This is Cox, that's Cook. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Now Darnold. Here's a screen now for Walker. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
With a quick pass out wide. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks, but racing them to the halftime locker room. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21.
21. Titans, nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Titans take it over. Not much time remaining in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They run the counter to Pollard. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing here just before halftime. That's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, third down.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Pass him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Charbonnet on the toss. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
The chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
He's going to keep this one. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Now an inside give to Walker. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up second down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Second down, Walker's going to get it again. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Third and a lone yard coming up. He keeps it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing out to the left, Cup. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Monty Hooker with the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at their 48-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 12.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, Darnold. Has it downfield, working the left. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
A gain of 34 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Now Walker. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Here's Darnold to throw. Buys time, and he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again.
Titans, nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Titans ready to take over on offense. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Titans to the line now. First and 10. Shotgun snap now to Ward. That's complete to Alec Iomana. Still going inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans start the second half with some needed points. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Titans 7.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive. The tight end in motion now. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. And Darnold off the play action. Throwing the out route complete. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Get some space around midfield. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
To the ground with Walker. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on first. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going to tuck it and run. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
They give up the gut to Walker. The bounce outside yields a little bit there, about 3 yards. That's going to bring up second down.
Xavier Woods on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And he slides down. We'll see what the business is with this penalty flag. This could be coming back.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 3rd and long for him here. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
It'd be kind of fun, Kate, to be able to measure these coordinators' blood pressure or temperature. Because the 3rd down screen for negative yards, I promise you that coordinator's heated on the sidelines.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Oliver with the return. Escapes the defender. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Titans football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the 4th. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw here for Ward. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the lines. He did him a solid by recovering that, but not helping them with the yards lost afterwards as this play finally comes to an end.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here, and this is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Ward. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
A pickup of 13 on the play. It's 3rd down and long.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Looking right, and he finds it. 40! At the 20! Touchdown! Scoreboard looking touch better. Tony Pollard with the touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and then he can do his damage. Big time.
Now Ward bringing the Titans to the line. They're going for 2.
The Titans will line up.
DK motioning right.
Conversion.
Keeping it on the ground. And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Toss play, this is Walker. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
Walker on first down. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a pickup of 11, and it sets up Seattle with first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there. And they can be powerful blockers. It can make a huge difference in a run game.
Sends this to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Buck. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Walker. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing his Darnold on third down. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Give him 24 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Paid for this.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. To find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break a bid.
And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Offense to the line for second down. Running back sent in motion. Darnold now to throw. Finds a man right side. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Okay, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
Third and long. Here's Darnold. To the left. He's got Arroyo. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be fourth down. And after this play, there's a Titan out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on fourth down. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
To kick off for Seattle.
Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Tennessee to the line. First and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. First and 10. It's Pollard. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. They motion the tight end over. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
About set. This is third and 5. To the air with Ward. He throws a bullet down the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are finally dragged down after the turnover and a great return back to the opposing 35.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. So you know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. They're set up at the 35 now. The give now to Walker. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Walker off his own read. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go. First down. It's a design boot. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switch from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging on to the football.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Seahawks, well, they can probably just run away and hide. 3rd down, and they need to get 10. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead.
Titans 15. Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Seattle.
Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Again, a run with Pollard. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They run the counter to Pollard. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Zone read here, we give to Pollard. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. Well, Brock, we knew they were confident in the lead-up, that they could contend despite the hostile crowd they were going to face today. And boy, did they ever. Once they got going, they showed out. They backed up that confidence, and they leave here with a victory.
Oh, it takes so much work, Kate. So much work, even beyond what people hear about through the week or see in the game itself, to overcome somebody defending their home field. You need to be playing at your highest level, and you need to BYOE. Bring your own energy. Whenever you take it on the road and you win one, gosh, it feels so good. What a signature victory.